Okay, now this week in our writing, what we're going to do, we're going to focus on the skills that we've been learning over the last couple of weeks on wowing up our persuasives, as well as sort of editing. So that's basically, and getting that really descriptive language into our writing, okay? But instead of persuasive, we're actually going to put that into a narrative context today and over the week. Now, while we're doing this, there's also going to be a persuasive summative task. So that means an end of task where you have to create your own persuasive in a separate document. Okay, so those people that have been keeping up with the daily work, you could have no issues giving me an outstanding piece of work this week. Those that haven't, well, you know, that's basically, you won't be giving me that, will you? Now, we've been focusing on some descriptive language, some emotive language in our persuasive. Now, the good thing is, those that have been doing the task and been getting better, you can actually do this into your narrative as well and make it really, really good. So what's going to happen is one of the days, we're actually going to create a story. Now, I'm going to give you the characters, the problem, and the setting, and the resolution. And what you're going to do is you're going to create like a little short story. Then the next day, you're going to see if you can wow it up, make it better. Because a lot of the time when we write a story, we go, oh yeah, no, that's it. That's as good as we can get. It's our job to see if we can identify parts of the story where we go, okay, look, I can improve on that. This is what I can do. Okay, so that's going to be our focus for this week. Description and editing. Okay, so the story that I've written, now my setting, I had a jungle setting. Okay, my characters were Bob and Eli. My problem was the monkey goes missing. And the resolution was, or the fix of the problem was, Bob trains his anaconda to hunt monkeys. Okay. So, my story. Bob and Eli wake up overlooking the treetops in the South American jungle. Their elevated house sits 30 metres above the floor. They start eating their favourite breakfast of worms and coconut. As they look next door to where their pet monkey lives, they realise that he's gone. They start calling his name, but he does not come back. Eli says to Bob, there is only one solution to this. Train up Con. Bob agreed. They had owned dogs before and did exactly the same training. After a week, Con was ready. They left their house and went deep into the forest. Soon, Con got the scent. They followed it for 2 days. They found Monkey relaxing in the waterfall park. While they were there, they might as well enjoy it. Okay, so that's my little short story. Now, you may notice there that I've underlined bits and pieces. So that's what I've gone, okay, this is what I can actually improve on. So when I go back in the story, I'll go, okay, so I've said there, treetops in the South American jungle. I haven't actually described any of the jungle. What's the jungle look like? What colour is it? What kind of animals are in there? What are some of the safety aspects of it? What's good, what's bad? Okay, so I can describe that jungle even more. The elevated house. Okay, so I've started describing the house, but what else? Well, we're thinking, well, what's actually in the house? Is there actually a toilet 30 metres above? So, you know, we could describe that house a little bit better. Ate their favourite breakfast of worms and coconut. Well, why? Why is it their favourite breakfast? Was it something that they'd eaten as a child that they loved that their mum made? Okay, so you've got to try and provide as much detail as you can. So that's both a bit of backfill in the story as well as an added description. Okay, so when we start getting down to here, they realise that he's gone. They start calling. Well, what emotions would you be feeling? It's their pet monkey. I haven't described any emotions that they would be feeling if the pet monkey had disappeared. Okay, so try and bring some emotion in there. Like, what would the characters be feeling? Because that's a pretty big event in that story. The monkey's gone missing. Well, how would they be feeling? Then when we get down here, they talk about, you know, do exactly the same training as a dog. Well, what's exactly the same training? What do they do? I'm pretty sure you can't do exactly the same training with a dog. So describe that training. Well, what was actually happening? What did they do? Instead of offering little treats, would they offer little mice treats for the anaconda? Okay. Then they went deep into the forest. Once again, describe what they saw in that forest. With the leeches everywhere, with their jaguars floating through. Oh, I haven't got any of that. Okay? They followed it for 2 days. Well, what did they do in those 2 days? Did they encounter any problems? Did they cross rivers? Was there anyone that they came across? Okay? So, this here, even though it's a nice solid story, it lacks some description. Okay? So your task will be, one day you're going to create this. And I'll show you how, obviously, I want to set up on DB later. But you're going to create a story based on the settings, characters, problem, and solution that I give you. And hopefully most people's are different. And then what you're going to do the next day, you're going to look at it and go, okay, what can I improve? What haven't I added enough detail in? What can I add more detail for? What am I able to give a bit of backfill and actually tell and describe it to the reader of why it's happening? Okay, so that's going to be our focus for writing this week. Creating short stories, going back the next day and going, okay, this is what I can fix up because, geez, I reckon it needs to improve. Okay, so that's our writing this week. First day, we basically write a story. And then the second day, we actually look at it and go, all right, this is what needs improvement. This is what's going to make it even better. So that's our focus for writing.